Hi, how's everyone doing? Gonna check the audio. Damn, the audio is really good. Um, Hi, how's everyone doing? Anyway, so this is pre-recorded. A lot of you are going to see this after the fact, so you could always fast forward. Today, we're just going to go over the material we've been going over this past few days. This is not the core cemetery work. This is just me explaining cemetery work, and how it relates to mortality, timelines, different aspects of understanding our existence. So I'm just going to go over this very quickly. Basically, a quick rundown of what I've been going through, and I'll go more into keep and much more things as we go further. Joby is selfish. Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, let's keep going. Welcome to Sacred Cemetery Work. That is my biggest epiphany is immortality, and we do not have to age, and everything is based on belief. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to introduce myself. As you guys already know, I stand as a conduit between realms. I'm a psychic medium, a hedge witch, a priestess. I have spent over 5 years learning how to go in and out of the psychic and physical and spiritual realms. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I guess today must not be my day. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. let me get straight to it. I also have a timeline, schedule, type schedule, a lot of stuff to do. So get right to it. Okay, I'm back. Let me get straight to it. I also have a timeline, schedule, type schedule, a lot of stuff to do. So right to it. Okay, so I stand as a conduit between the realms. I know how to go in and out of the realms. I'm a psychic medium, hedge witch, and priestess. I have spent over 5 years learning how in and out of the physical and spiritual realms. I have dedicated my life to my spiritual work and journey. That's my cause. That's my existence. That is the deeper meaning of my existence in life, and much more. I have some, but I got, it's the process. I'm here today to teach how to manage your ways in and out of the realms and portals too. Cemetery work is one of many ways to learn. Ascension. Okay, you can go through my videos, playlist 1, 2, and 3. I say the same thing. Very much the standard. Ascension is the goal of life for this lifetime. The ascension is the goal of this lifetime for those who are spiritually awakened. So we need to come to the understanding and knowing we don't exist, yet we are very real. Yes, we are real, yet the physical form is an illusion. Okay, so this very quickly is the disciplines. Discipline is not about motivation, it's about having a goal. Discipline is about working through what your goals are, even when you're not motivated. So it's not just about your motivation, it's knowing what you want to accomplish and staying focused and consistent. So one of the spiritual practices that take certain level of discipline is fasting, meditation, dream work, diet, exercise, incantations, and prayers. To do them consistently could be something. So we're gonna. I want to go back. Oh, where's the keep thing? Belief. I don't have keep in here. Meditation, discipline, belief, the ascension. Oh yeah, right here. The ancient game of keep. All right. That's what we went over last week. We're gonna continue with keep. Um, Not today. We're just gonna review everything, and then we're gonna go into ascension, cemetery, and then immortality later on. Meditation, the disciplines of meditation is basically setting time to meditate. Meditation is the power within you. Meditation is going within inside of you and finding out your spiritual gifts, closing your eyes, silencing your mind, silencing, or if not silencing, but stilling yourself, your outer world, so you can take the time to go into your inner world in order to be able to understand the outer world. You go into the inner world, which is meditation, the tool, the action that makes it so you can be able to understand the outer world. Everything that's going on inside, is a big reflection of what's going to be happening out here. Okay, the last what I like right here, meditation is cultivating the inner world in order to manipulate and manifest in the physical plane. So meditate, we will. So if you just through meditation alone, you can manifest half of what you want and more. Okay, meditation. This is a meditation. Okay, so brief summary. You guys could always pause this, go back. This is the same thing. Belief is the construct of your existence. What you believe is what is how you live your existence. Immortality is simply based on a belief system. Yes, those who do not eat for the cause of existence because they understand their existence extends greater than the physical form. They know in order to manipulate the physical form, they have to go inwardly, which is meditation, stillness, taking your time to go inward. So that's what that is. In spirituality, the average knows there is no death, but what is not understood all the same is you are immortal. You do not have to allow the age-old belief of aging to be your belief. Existence is pliable and infinite. You exist in and out of reality multidimensionally, eternally, and much, much more. Occultists, let us become a high occultist by remembering who we are. So you can remanifest and recreate different versions of you. You can remanifest and recreate different versions of you as a human, a non-human, a planet, anything. You name it, you believe it, you can become it in existence. You have to know you're not just you're not even physical. You're formless. You're formless. You're formless. You're formless. So if you're to be formless, when you're in this form, you have to understand you are lastly a physical form, greater than your physical form. Okay, again, the average occultist, all the same, will manifest themselves aged and dead into a cemetery. Meditation is key to this. You have to literally remember you are consciousness in at bare minimum, remember and know you do not really exist, but you are real. Meditation is one of the biggest key factors. Truth. Meditation allows you to go within self, and more frequently, it's done the better. You start to understand you are your own creator. Yes, you are your own God. Oh my God. You're your own creation in fruition, aka existence. You have chosen your life, your parents, your scenario, your spiritual awakening to awaken now, to listen to this. You have chosen to someone, one of us have chosen, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be on something called YouTube and I'm gonna do some slides and boom. you know. So we very much, pretending. There are humans that extend their existence to the inner earth, the heaven, the AKA the star galaxy, the ocean realms. All this goes in depth in um, part 3. This is part 4. This is just the review. Today's Sunday. On Monday, I will extend on keep. So just in case you're like, I'm going really fast. Why is she going so fast? You could always pause this yourself, read what I wrote. I have taken my time to make bullets, so you can read this. And part 3, episode 3, goes into greater details about this. So today's just a review, a quick summary, less than a few minutes just to go over this stuff. I'm just reading the red parts because that's the part I want you guys to really hear me as a quick summary. There are human beings, so this is like reminding you are God. You created yourself, you created your existence, you are a piece of, you are like, let's say, from the water. You're the water, and a drop of water has come into fruition to create and I want to say quench thirst of creation. Creation has the desire to create. Because of this, that's why it gets in a lot of trouble. Because creation is just does everything and anything all the time. So it's always finding itself having to fix. But it's there's more to what is to be. It will create, it will fix, it will destroy, it will make, it will this, it will that. There's so many plain factors that is God. That's why there's different types of gods. There's different types of threads. It's deep what is really creation. Okay, you are creation and fruition, aka existence. You have chosen your life story, your parents, your spiritual awareness, and awakening. So, why are you choosing to age and die? Why are you allowing your creation, aka human form, to be kept? You are its protection. You are its God. You are the creator of your body, soul, consciousness, and your universe. You are your own universe. You have created your illusion. Learn how to manipulate its reality, your reality. Existence in the story of humanity extends greater than existence. Okay, so existence is greater than the story of humanity. It extends greater than existence. Before creation, there was what is now in many ways called human beings. Human beings existed before sound, before light. Yes, before there be light. There was human beings. Before this, what we're today calling human beings. The existence of consciousness manifests as humans. Human origins are from many different existences. There are humans that extend their existence to the inner earth. So, meaning there are those of us that originate from the inner earth. There are those that originate from the heavens, aka the galaxies. We extend from the galaxies. Some of us are from the ocean. Some of us come from the realm of children. Some of us come from the realm of fawns. Well, fawns is, it depends. The story of fawns is very, 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 very ancient. So yes, there's some, we wouldn't say originate necessarily their origin, but you, because then the fawns usually come in as fawns, and their story of fawns usually is to become like the origin. They would say they're the origin of human beings. It's like it's deep and much more. And it gets deep because creation, like I said, is a crazy story. Your existence is multiversely. You come to pretend you do not know this. It's time to remember you are important and exist everywhere. Okay. Keep. That's the most dangerous game of keep. That's why lots of people have come back. They're trying to learn their existence. They go back, they come back, they come back, they come back until boom, they realize, you know what, I have to make another ego or else we're just never going to win this. So the game of keep, the word keep means to have or retain a possession of someone. Keep in spirituality for a high cultist means something completely different. It means to keep the soul part of the consciousness or others to harness energy and much more. So there's always an aspect of you that you're expansive, but usually you when you go, you want to take all of your essence with you. That's what someone like us does. Cemetery work, we do real digging. Where was the original cause? Where's the contract? Where's the oh, we kept this for eons, you kept this for eons, but what was the, it's like the creditor thing when now you can cancel your debt based on the creditor. So you kind of have to tell the creditor, oh, what's the original debt? You don't really have a debt with me. So it's the same thing with the cemetery. It could be eons that you had the soul, but what was the original higher self that owned that soul? Where was the original cause? Like, why did you come into fruition? Why is that? Oh, I came to learn about jealousy. I came to learn about how to fight or racism or death or okay, so that's your chapter. So we go in deeper. Da, 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 da. So there's a whole thing. So I mean, it depends on your hierarchy in understanding what is today's cemetery or portal. Keep, you're immortal. Chances are you're skipping paradigms because if you're here watching this, you had to skip a paradigm, come back because you got stuck somewhere. Us big gods can do that because we don't get stuck. We realize, fuck, okay, I gotta go back. It's deep. We can understand us big ones. We'd be like, I check this, 1 2 1 2. Remember, everything is an illusion. The aspect of you that you allowed to age and die. So there's an aspect of you have allowed to. There's an aspect of you that's watching it all, laughing at this shit like, ha ha. I know. You gotta remember, it's a game. It's a game. Life is a game. It's not like just any game, but it's a game. Okay. Remember, everything is an illusion. The aspect of you that you allow to age and die, aka the average human being, right? The average human being believes they have to age and die, ends up in the cemetery where you are kept by the owner of the cemetery. The owner of a full-blown cemetery is a high occultist, a priest, or a priestess. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Motherfuckers, I'm sorry, they know exactly what's going on. They know what I know, okay? They know what I know. This isn't new, okay? This is, they know this. I know this because I've been doing cemetery work forever, for the longest time. You can have been buried today and your essence will travel back to work in another timeline or go home with your family in the same timeline because chances are you do not know you're dead. You're like, what do you mean? What you mean? You're like, well, what you mean? What you mean? And then you'll go to, like, I do past life regressions. So as past life regressions, you'll see, okay, what was the lifetime about and what was your exit out plan? My exit out plan was to, it's gonna sound crazy, but it could be, yeah, I was gonna get shot by this person, or I was gonna get run over by that. You guys, don't believe this is a game. This is you are God and you chose this stuff. So, that's why the tough ones come here. The young ones don't get it. They get it's hard, but they didn't realize, well, damn. That's why, if you wake up young and understand this, you should get into cemetery work. But you should need your ancestors. And what your ancestors in many ways, a whole bunch of different lifetimes, different aspects of you and parts of you and different versions of you, because we all are one in connection in the sense of um the higher self unity consciousness, if you want to, that's how far up I always tend to get. But if you don't want to go that far up, you could say, your grandmother or your great great grandpa parents or your bloodline and da 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 da. You really got to get into your ancestry if you're a very young soul. Young soul does not have nothing to do with the age and the physical form. A 1-year-old can be older than its mom. Okay. So you could tell too who's young soul and so forth. Okay. Let's keep going. And then the wicked thing for me, this is my funny thing. Okay, so in the game of keep, the wicked and very funny thing to a dark cultist, who knows, like me, is that you will go back to the gravesite because is your resting place, aka your home, technically, where you go, where you are kept. You're kept in the graveyard because you think you dead, right? So you literally go back to sleep because you're like, well, I'm gonna go back home. And you're like, why would you go? Because that's where I live. What you mean? I manifested myself aged and old and dead and decrepit. Anyway, so you move in existence unconsciously when you do not understand your existence. So they keep you. Why not? You don't, I'm gonna closest say, be careful. I'm teaching this because I want humanity to know they're immortal. You do not have to manifest do not believe that you have to age because your belief, death, because you believe, I spelled believe all wrong. Anyway, you believe death is inevitable and should happen to you. You believe death should happen to you. The owner of the house can do the same thing if they are high cultists. What is a house? A resting place. Like a graveyard is a resting place, right? A place you go to sleep, a place where you sleep. So you can technically be kept in a house and in many different portals in the space in existence in different timelines as well, where you will have to create another ego, aka another existence. This can hold back a young soul that does not understand the game of keep. So you live in your life, you thinking you chilling, and then wait a minute, I'm kept here at home, I'm kept here at work, I'm kept here in the cemetery. But I didn't even get to finish my plan. So on top of the chances are you didn't even learn the lesson that you came in here to learn. You're getting kept everywhere in this piece. And we don't want to talk about it. It's so much more that hinders the growth and the possibility of the soul. Okay, so you gotta know you're immortal. I don't want to say there's no such thing as time, but it makes it so that you can grow faster. And there's a lot of different changes that are happening for souls and consciousness today. Like I said, that's a higher class. And y'all ready for that? Because y'all gonna debate me on immortality. But anyway, let's keep going. Oh, see, that's it. See, that's basically it. That's all I'm here to tell you today. Please, know, I'm not gonna spend too much time today. Today is Sunday, and I have to get ready for work like everybody else because my belief system. It's my belief system. Anyway, guys, I am. Yeah, this is how late it is. Like, I'm not even showing my face because I have to go. I have to get ready. I have a lot of things to do. so this video isn't too long. Like I said in the previous episodes, 2 and 3, I get deeper and I expand on a lot of the bulletins. So please go back, and if, as usual, you have any questions, put it below. Go to my Patreon. My Patreon, the links are below. And then if any other videos or audiobooks, they're all below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Much love to you all. This has been a journey. This has not been easy, but it's not difficult. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, comment. Much love to you all. See you again soon. And so it is.